your non-negotiable is the school district where your child thrives and the neighborhood that lets your family breathe, then you have to put Meadows Elementary School in Millbrae and the Millbrae Meadows neighborhood in your radar. This area is not just where kids learn and go to school, but it is really where families put down their roots. I recently spoke to a buyer who's interested in buying in the peninsula. They recently had a baby, so they really want a location where there is good schools and walkability. Do you want to be in on a secret? A lot of people think that Millbrae does not have a good school district. Well, you're wrong. So where I am, the schools are in the 8s and the 9s, and people want to get into this beautiful neighborhood, but they just have not discovered it yet. So as usual, I invite you to take a stroll with me in the Millbrae Meadows neighborhood, in one of the best pockets of Millbrae with really good school districts and a beautiful neighborhood. It is a little less walkable than the eastern edition of Burlingame, but I will tell you what the trade-offs are, and you can decide whether this neighborhood is for you or not. Millbrae Meadows rose in the late 1950s to 1960s, developed by the Stoneson brothers on a former excavation site called the Market Pit. Today's homes kept that mid-century soul with thoughtful updates for families. Here we have the Meadows Elementary School, one of the best in the area. As you could see, how fun is this welcoming the kids back to school? One really fun thing that the school hosts every year, and families and kids, they both enjoy, is family reading under the trees. The Millbrae Meadows Elementary School in this area is one of the highly sought after districts in Millbrae. There's actually not very many good school areas right in Millbrae itself, but the Meadows is one to consider, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. Curious as to why families look for the Meadow area in Millbrae? Well, the test scores for one are 10 out of 10, and the student to teacher ratio is 22:1. All of the other test scores are above 75%. Most of you are analytical, which I know you are. If you check out greatschools.org, it'll break down all of the Millbrae Meadows testing scores and demographic for you. Impressive, right? You also have to check out this property listed here, 3-bedroom, 2 bathrooms at about 1,600 square feet, because that is what you get for about $1.9 million here in the Meadows Millbrae area. Morning routines here can be really fun. There's 2 neighborhood parks in a short walking distance away. This home in particular is walking distance to the Meadow Elementary School. Walkability is so important when it comes to families. One day the kids are going to be old enough and your kid will pick up the neighbor's kid and the neighbor's kid, and they're all in the same class together and they're going to walk to school with you. That can become a family tradition with amongst your friend and the kids' friend. Walkability to parks is also another thing you should highly consider when shopping for homes in this area. The Meadows Park is in this area, and I will feature a few more parks in a little bit. What's the Millbrae household like in this area? Well, typically dual income families, working professionals who make over $160,000 a year. So the area really attracts families who prioritize schools, safety, and long-term value and growth. Millbrae is going to continue to climb in value. There's another video that I did in Millbrae in particular. Take a look at that one and you'll see why this area is going to continue to grow. In 2025, the median sales price for Millbrae Meadows sits at about $2.14 million, and that is give and take about $1,200 price per foot, depending on the level of updates, the size of the home, the walkability, of course. If you want to know a little bit more about the specifics of the Millbrae neighborhood and the Meadows in particular, give me a call. My contact information is below and we can lay out a plan that works for you. The Meadows homes really vary by a lot. Sometimes you get views, sometimes you get a lot of trees that gives you a lot of privacy, lots of natural sunlight. And what I appreciate most about this home in particular is really the walkability. I can't say it enough, but it's so much fun walking your kids to school and not having to be always an Uber driver for the kids. In just a minute, I'm giving you guys a full tour of the 2 homes in the same area. 2 different homes in a same neighborhood with a very, very different feel. You can drop comments below and let me know which one you like better. So here we are in Banbury Lane, and this home is 3-bedroom, 2 bathrooms, open concept, updated kitchen, And you even have a bonus office behind the garage. 1,600 square feet of legal space, but it lives like a 2,000 square foot home. So for those that work from home or want a playroom behind the garage leading out to the yard, this might be the better option. And you can walk to elementary school, walk to 2 parks within a short 2 minutes drive away. Love the open flow of a mid-century home. This one in particular has floor-to-ceiling windows. Another thing that you're really going to fall in love with in this area is the connectivity. The Highway 280 is just about 2 minutes away from this property, and you're going to fall in love with how close you are to the highway. San Francisco Airport is just minutes away, making it quick and easy for family trip or business travel. Parents commuting up and down the peninsula love being near the Millbrae station, the area's only BART and Caltrain hub. And then here is my tour for Corte Camellia. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home, also open concept. The home is a little less updated, but it is still a very functional floor plan. It is a rancher style home. Some families love that. No stairs. 2-bedroom, 1-bath. And what's great about that property is that from the living areas, you walk straight out to the backyard. So that way you can leave your doors open and the kids or pets can run in and out of your home from the backyard to the living spaces. That's also a really nice perk to have. But in that pocket, although it's a cul-de-sac, super quiet neighborhood, it is a little bit less walkable because it's higher up in the hill and you do have to drive to get to school and parks. And also, while I'm talking to families and neighbors that live here, they live here really because of the convenience, the proximity to schools, and the walkability to parks. All of those things that families look for to put down their roots. Can you blame them? Daily life in Millbrae is calm. You also have really close-knit community and you have neighbors that know each other. You also have a PTA, a parent-teacher association that's really involved in the school district. You really want parents that care about their kids, that care about the education and helping the school system thrive. And that's what you'll find in the Meadows area. On the weekend, just a quick stroll to the Meadows Park, you're going to find kids picnicking and birthday parties in the area. It's such a warm, friendly, and family-friendly vibe. Local families often just take a stroll in the area and discover many hidden trails that they tell their friends and family about. But by the time you find me here and you watch this video, these 2 homes are likely sold. But don't worry, I tour hundreds of homes in the area and I do it every day. This is my full-time job. I've been in real estate for over 10 years. And a lot of times when buyer reaches out to the real estate team lead, you often get pawned off to a buyer agent that's just licensed or new in the business. And that's not how I run my business. You're going to get to reach me by phone, call, or text, or email. I'm very reachable and very generous with my time. And I love working with buyers. I want to help you build generation wealth, starting with buying your first home. I've toured hundreds of homes, I've worked with hundreds of buyers, and I am passionate about what I do. Give me a call, we'll get a buyer consultation together, and that way I can find you the next home that meets all your criteria. And know that I've been in and out of all these streets and we'll find something you love.